we will talk all about CIMA and the prospect of CIMA, especially from certificate level. So that's why we name our show today as Reimagine Your Career with CIMA. So without further ado, let's get started with our show with a brief introduction about our guests. I'll be your host. I'm Said Nishat. I'm a CIMA qualified. And next to me, we have our Honorable Sir, Mohammad Zahid Hussein. He is our current CFO of Rahim Afroz. আজকে আমি ওনাকে অ্যাড্রেস করতে চাই as one of our CIMA member, even though he has numerous amounts of qualifications. We have with us Samia Alam, one of our very first CBA qualified from LCBS Dhaka. আমরা ওনার স্টোরিজটাও শুনবো। সো আমি স্যারের কাছে চলে যাচ্ছি উইদাউট ফার্দার ডু। স্যার, আপনি প্লিজ আইস ব্রেকটা করেন ফর টুডেজ শো। ওভার টু ইউ, স্যার।
Thank you very much. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, okay, sir, we can hear you. Please continue.
Thank you very much. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I hope you all are doing well during this weekend, and thank you very much for giving your time, particularly when this is a rainy day. It's a good time for sleep, but despite that, you are giving some time for us, for your career. We'll discuss about, since already Nishat has talked about the purpose of today's program or webinar. Basically, we'll talk about the CIMA, why CIMA, what's the prospect of it, and it's very much relevant today's discussion. We'll talk about the current economic condition of the world, as well as the outlook of Bangladesh, and what is the need of the professional accountants in order to take the business forward. If we talk about the current situation, the global economy is very vulnerable. You have come across different projection or prediction of IMF or World Bank as far as the global economy as well as Bangladesh economy is concerned. So the outlook of the world is not very, I would say, we cannot be very satisfied, or we cannot be very happy that where the economy is going to. So given the current scenario, the role of the accountants will be very critical. The business are having huge competition, and the business conglomerates who will be very cautious in managing their cost, in managing their revenue, they will remain in the competition. So then the need of the accountant who can work as the navigator for the board or the owners, they will remain ahead. So as a result, the different business conglomerates are looking for the accountants who will be visionary, who will think about the disruptive technology, and who will help to take the right decision for the board. It's not all about the making the product and selling the product in the market, because you need to have the competitive edge, and in order to have that competitive edge, your cost needs to be the lowest. You need to strategize your decisions in such a way that it has a long-term positive impact to increase the value of the organization. And at that point, you need to see at least the owners or the promoters of the company or business organizations, they make their team of those people who can add value, who can think where they can take the business in the upcoming days, particularly in the turbulent environment. What I have seen, because there are so many accountants platform in the world, and among those, the management accountants platform, I mean CIMA's platform, is the one of the fastest growing platform. And the role of the management accountants are very critical, because in previous days, the orthodox thoughts of the accountants was like, financial reporting. They will work only based on the historical numbers, and they will give the, kind of post-mortem of the business. But nowadays, it's very important for the business owners, promoters, and other sponsors, ultimately all the stakeholders, they need to know where they need to invest the money and from where they will get the best return. And from that perspective, The role of the management accountant is very, very important. So now, if I need to know, or somebody needs to know, that from that perspective, which of the accountant stream will be helpful for them to develop their career. What I have seen in particularly in CIMA, the curriculum is developed in such a way that they want to create not only management accountants, they want to create the leaders. They will have kind of 360-degree knowledge, being it HR, being it marketing, sales, strategy, everything. So somebody who will start his career merely as a management accountant, or and then he can become CFO, or eventually his ultimate objective will become the CEO. What I have seen, the curriculum is developed in such a way, like in last year, the CIMA has introduced so many digital systems, business models, everything in the curriculum, so that the accountants can think about the disruptive technologies, its role in developing the business, its role in minimizing the cost, making the decision process faster. Eventually, the stakeholders will be benefited out of it. Now the question comes, how CIMA Bangladesh, or I would say LCBS or other tuition providers, can help the students to materialize their career planning. We are here to help all the students to take their decision as far as the career progression is concerned. They can also come to LCBS. There are 70 CIMA members in the country. We all are here. Most of us are leading the finance department or management accounting department of leading organizations. So they can come to us. They can come through LCBS. All sorts of assistance, the motivation, and the career planning, everything we can extend. So this is the biggest opportunity for them. In addition to that, I must highlight that there's a huge gap in the country between the demand of accountants and the supply of accountants. Many of the organizations, large organizations, they might have exports of 100 million US dollar, but they don't have qualified accountants. They are, I have seen many RMG factories. They are exporting hundreds of millions of dollars of exports, but the costing of each product is not done in a proper way. So what is happening eventually? They are kind of doing the business like in like a very informal way. Their accounting is not in a very mechanized system, and they are not taking, the board is not taking decision based on taking the different aspect of the decisions. So as a result, the business is not growing at the optimum level. So if the management, if we can ensure that a group of people, youngsters like you, are coming in the market and they are properly equipped with the modern knowledge, especially technology-driven knowledge, they can fulfill the demand of the conglomerates in the country. In addition to that, many of you might have the plan to get settled outside the country. If you go in the North America, if you go Europe, or even Australia, you can pass one or two subjects. Then you can, if you are a CIMA member, CIMA qualified member, then you can pass one or two subjects based on the local rule or law or the practices of the professional accounting body. Then you can do your you can become a part of the local accountants body. So that's how you will have a smooth gateway. So this all about the CIMA. This all about the demand of CIMA, the accountants' demand in the current world, especially in Bangladesh, because the economy of Bangladesh is emerging, and you have seen that many companies are now implementing softwares. They are trying to taking decision based on the scenario planning, based on the different outcome of various decisions. So this is the high time for students to get them enrolled with CIMA or any other professional accounting body. I would especially recommend CIMA because CIMA is the blend of three things. One is management accounting, then financial accounting, as well as business skills. CIMA is giving huge importance on business skills because whosoever is in the business, he might be a salesman, he might be a HR guy, or maybe even admin guy. Everybody's ultimate objective is to ensure that his decision is helping to grow the business and maximize the value of the organization. So I think I have told enough. So despite that, if you have any further question, you can touch base with me through LCBS, and I will extend my fullest support to you. Thank you. Back to Nishad.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Zahid sir, for a wonderful, wonderful opening speech. I think viewers jara apnara program ta dekhchen, you already have an idea, overview what CIMA can take you. And আপনাদের সামনে বসে আছেন একজন one of our example. He's the current CFO of Rahim Afroz, and he is our own, very, very own CIMA member. We have few more, আমরা সবাইকে আনার চেষ্টা করব in the future programs. So এখন আসলে আমি একটু সামিয়া আপুর কাছে যেতে চাচ্ছি. She is one of our very first CBA graduate from LCBS Dhaka. ওনার সাথে কানেক্ট করতে আমার একটু কষ্টই হয়েছে, বাট ফাইনালি আই গট হার. সো আজকে ওনার স্টোরিজটা আমরা শুনবো, স্পেশালি যারা ইয়াংস্টার্সরা যারা সীমাতে আসতে চাচ্ছেন, যাদের অনেক ডাইলেমাস, যাদের অনেক কোয়েশ্চেন্স যে আসলে কি সীমা বাংলাদেশে, হাউ ডু উই অ্যাপ্রোচ সীমা ইন বাংলাদেশ. হ্যাঁ, সো আসলে আমরা আছি, আমরা সবাই আছি, যে যার মতো স্পেশালি এলসিবিএস এর প্ল্যাটফর্ম থেকে আমরা উই আর ট্রাইং আওয়ার লেভেল বেস্ট, যারা কিনা সীমাতে আপনারা আসতে যাচ্ছেন, টু ম্যাক্সিমাইজ ইউর experience and try to enhance our help so that আপনারা একটা স্মুথ গাইডলাইন্স পান. So let us not waste any further time. আমি সামিয়া আপুর কাছে চলে যাচ্ছি. তোমার স্টোরিটা যদি ইন শর্ট, তুমি স্পেশালি যারা এ লেভেলস গ্রাজুয়েট বা যারা বিবিএ তে এনরোল হয়েছে, এবং দ্য স্টুডেন্টস হু আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ড যে না, আমার শুধু বিবিএ করে চলবে না, I need to do something that can help me boost my career, and যেটা কিনা আমাকে এমবিএটা এলিমিনেট করতে হেল্প করে. And I have few students যারা কিনা বিবিএ পড়ছে as well as তারা সীমা করছে, because they now students are very smart. They understand the need যে আসলে এমবিএ করে আমি অতটা এজ পাচ্ছি না, সো বেটার আমি যদি আমার বিবিএ এর সাথে আমি যদি একটা প্রফেশনাল কোয়ালিফিকেশন which is totally focusing on business, যেটা কিনা আমার এমবিএ এর অল্টারনেটিভ হবে, students are coming to CIMA and they're starting over CIMA with their BBA from certificate level. So সামিয়া আপু, তুমি আসলে তোমার স্টোরিটা ওদের কাছে শেয়ার করো, how they can pursue from certificate level, and কি করলে আসলে ইজিলি জার্নিটা তাদের একটু স্মুথ হবে and they can finish it over.
Okay, thank you, Nishat. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I'm Samia. First of all, I'm a short introduction day. I'm CIMA qualified. I'm also LCBS alumni, and I was working previously for a team, for a company, and right now I'm running my own business currently. So আমি আমার সীমা জার্নিটা আজকে একটু শেয়ার করব সবার সাথে, যাতে what people can know a bit more about CIMA, and this is going to be an informative session today, so I hope you will enjoy it, and I'll share my story. So me, after I finished my A levels, right after that I have started doing CIMA. So it was actually not an easy path. As we all know, after finishing your A levels, we all are in such a bit of confusion. We have so much to pick from. We are always looking for paths which are in demand. But mostly I have seen people choose actually to do university degrees. They go for BBAs, they go for or specialized degrees. But when I will talk about myself, I actually have looked at into different sectors, and I thought that BBA was not the option for me, because it's actually a lot of people actually do BBA. So you have a very big supply of BBA and MBA people. So I was thinking that after finishing this for 4 years, doing MBA for 2 years, this is like 6 years taken away from my life. And then again, I have to fight in the actually the professional sector to get a job, because you don't stand out much, because there's a lot of BBA and MBA students out there. So I thought, why don't I do something different to make myself stand out? And that's why actually specifically I chose CIMA. Where I got to know about CIMA, it was firstly, I would say it was from a CIMA member. One of my father's friend, he's a CIMA member. So uncle is actually, he was one of the board members in Pubali Bank, and he suggested me that, Samia, why don't you actually check out CIMA, and why don't you actually know a little bit more about it and look into this as an option. So I have done my part of research. Then I got to know about LCBS, that LCBS is one of the best providers of CIMA in Bangladesh. So I went to LCBS, I enrolled over there, I started my journey in CIMA, and it was actually a life-changing experience for me, because I have only done CIMA after A levels, nothing else. And after completing this whole journey, after when I entered the corporate world, I was working for a company, and my whole perspective about this business world changed completely because of CIMA. I'm saying specifically because of CIMA, because I've not done any other degrees or qualifications. So whatever I have learned, it's because of CIMA. So I'll say that my journey, it was like from CBA level to each and every CIMA has 4 different stages. You first start with a certification level. If you start it from after A levels, then you have an operation level, management level, and a strategic level. So this is like gradually they are building you up as how you should think from operational level to management level to strategic level. And what they teach you in strategic level, that's about more about the decision makers, how to take decisions, how to actually bring everything together, and how to look out for a business. So that is all about, I would say that it changes your perspective. It makes you a decision maker. And after I have actually finished CIMA, I have done actually joined a company as an intern, and I wanted to actually prove it to them, because over there it was not like they wanted to actually see what I was capable of, and I was ready for that. And I took internship for 3 months, and they actually gave me a really good platform to prove myself. I had the full access to all information. They actually gave me a really provided me with everything to see what I can do to help them out. And within 3 months, and Alhamdulillah, they have liked the way I have given them a whole scenario of their business. I wanted to actually show them what they can actually, how they can turn their business more efficiently, what are the problems they can work with, and then how they should minimize their cost. And that was actually all I have gradually learned in while doing CIMA. So Alhamdulillah, my journey with CIMA was, I would say that it is 100% recommended. If you are willing to actually stand out from the crowd, this is a golden opportunity for you. You guys should keep this in your one of the things that you should look into. And if you are interested to actually reach the heights in a corporate world, this will actually help you to reach there. if you do BBA, I'm not actually bashing BBA or MBA anyway, because if you do that, I'm saying again, you will find jobs. That's not the problem, but you will have to actually fight for a longer time. It takes longer to reach that height with this BBA and MBA. But when you're a professional, you have actually earned it, and people look to you in a different way, because you have, it's not easy to complete CIMA or ACCA. It takes a lot of dedication, but when you are done with it, you're gonna feel it's a lot worth it, and people look at you in that way. So I would say definitely, if you want to reach that height, you should give this a chance. And with CIMA, one plus point is you don't actually have to work work in the same time as you're studying. With actually with chartered accounting, Bangladeshe jeta chartered accountant ache, most we know that you have to do articleship with studying together. So that's not actually easy. But with CIMA, what you can do is you can even work after finishing your studies. So that's a plus point. You can work after you're done with your studies. I have actually done articleship while I was studying, but it's more easier even for some people are too much like into other things. If you're even doing a BBA, and you can take CIMA as also together with BBA, this will be a good option for you, because you don't need to actually work together in an article farm to get to study CIMA. You can do with your BBA together, or with after your MBA, or with your MBA. After finishing CIMA, you can get the experience and earn the membership. So that's actually if.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Nishat, I'll like you to take over. If anything there's more
Thank
to
you, Samia.
know, I'll definitely share that.
Yes, yes. We will come back to you again with some other questions, definitely. Before that, আমি একটু জাহিদ স্যারের কাছে আবার একটু ফিরে আসবো। I would like to ask যে স্যার, আপনি হচ্ছে you are a member of ICAB, you are a member of ICAEW, you are a member of CPA Australia, and you are a member of our very own CIMA. So আমার কোয়েশ্চেনটা হচ্ছে, how do you differentiate CIMA with all of these professional qualifications? Like, people like to compare and contrast. I know that's not professionally correct, but still আমার curiosity থেকে, what you will say যে CIMA, what makes CIMA different from other qualifications? Like, what is the selling proposition of CIMA যদি কেউ CIMA তে আসতে চায়? What he or she should look at first of all?
The main point is what Samia was talking about, the demand in the business world, because everybody might have two kinds of objective to become a member of any accounting body. Like, he or she may be interested to get a job, or he or she may be interested to do own business. So in both cases, he or she needs to have some sort of accounting or management accounting knowledge, as well as business skills. So I'm not going to compare with CIMA with any other accounting forum or accounting body. Rather, what I would tell, the need of a management accountant in the corporate world. Since I'm working as the CFO of a group of company, and I have been doing this type of things for last 2 decades. What I have seen, that in most cases, the decision is taken based on the historical numbers and the way the numbers are analyzed. This is very orthodox system. But what I have seen, the curriculum of CIMA is set in such a way, the moment a student becomes a member and starts job, like what Samia has told, she already is having a kind of maturity, because she knows that what type of situation she or he might come across in the corporate world. The main problem that we face when we recruit a management trainee who has just finished his BBA or MBA, all the knowledge that he or she gathers, which is basically from the book. So
Mm.
the connectivity between the book and the business world is the biggest challenge for us. So that's why when we recruit somebody, first our question is how many years experience you have, because nobody wants to take the pain to train somebody. So but CIMA does this job initial stage, because in management, in operational level, even in strategic level, you are passing couple of case studies. And this case study, i I love to teach still today. I love to teach case study, because every case study is a different is a sort of excitement for me. Even when I do not teach any case for any term, I always try to see what is written in the case study. It gives you two types of excitement. First, you are coming across a new industry, because as I'm CFO today, I might be in a manufacturing organization. Tomorrow, I might be the CFO of a kind of exploration industry, or I can have my own startup company. I might be required to do the valuation of an organization, and I might start my own advisory firm. So whatever I do, all the needs, the skills which are needed in different aspects, if I have different feathers in my hat, for those feathers, what type of skills, acumen I need to have, CIMA realizes that. And that's how they try to develop, they groom people. And the moment they join any organization, the organization understands the difference between a CIMA qualified and a person who is a kind of BB or MB. I'm not talking about any other accounting body, because it may give rise to the conflict of interest, because I'm a part of other accounting bodies as well. So I'm not telling that the same thing that Samia has told. I'm not saying that BB or MB, those who are qualifying BB or MB, they don't know, they know less than the CIMA. But the main thing is, when the CVs are being sorted out, if somebody has BBA or MBA certificate, on the other hand, somebody is a CIMA qualified CIMA member, then the CIMA member gets a kind of competitive edge, because the rigorous process that he or she passes through, it is understood by the organization, particularly those who are screening the CVs. So that's why I would say that for the management accounting, the role of management accountant that I have discussed in my earlier speech, that the need of a management accountant in any organization is enormous. And if you think about the to recruit somebody in the role of management accountant or finance manager or even business manager or business controller, who you expect to analyze the business and give you a kind of direction to take the business in the next level, definitely CIMA qualified members will have the competitive edge. Even somebody who has not completed the CIMA fully, he is partly qualified, even he completed management or operational level, I would say he knows something better than the average people who has just become a graduate. So I recommend people to get enrolled with CIMA. They can take time. Sometimes they can have a break, 1 or 2 years. They can do job. Then they can get the knowledge, what the knowledge they have obtained during CIMA course. They can try to apply in corporate. Then again come back. They can enroll with the strategic level. They can pass, and that will give them a different feeling. They will understand that what I am learning in the classroom and what I am delivering in the boardroom, they will have a kind of connectivity. And I must say that currently the supply of human resource in the country is at acute level. The level of competency that we are requiring in the corporate, absolutely missing. We are getting people, those who have only certificates, but we don't need any certificate. We need people that who will, like I'm a CFO, I'm getting an assignment from the board, and I'm giving that assignment to my deputy. and he or she needs to understand that what CFO is expecting from me, or eventually what board is expecting from the CFO. This is kind of maturity, and CIMA tries to ensure that the people who are passing CIMA, they have at least first level of maturity, which is expected in the corporations. I hope you have got the answer of the question.
Yes, sir. Thanks for explaining it so nicely. And like I said, students, they tend to ask me these common questions. They want to compare. Actually, when you compare, that's not professionally correct. What you need to understand is what you want from a qualification. Check the qualification. Does that fulfill your own requirement? And if I have to talk about CIMA, it's totally business focused. Are you someone who is willing to learn from the business perspective? Are you someone who is flexible with case study exams? Who is flexible with subjects like performance management, accounting, specifically management accounting? ম্যানেজমেন্ট অ্যাকাউন্টিং আপনাকে কোনো ডিস্টার্ব করে না, কনসেপ্টস গুলো পড়তে আপনার ভালো লাগে, ইউ লাইক টু সলভ কেসেস, CIMA is the premium qualifications. There is nothing to be compared and contrast. Shop professional qualifications, they have their own stake. You understand your own necessity. Apni ki chan? Are you willing to become someone je kina business buste chai? You want to, dig down into business. Then this qualification will give you a better edge, better advantage while you complete the qualification and go to the job market. So
Nishad,
back to Samia Apu again.
I just want to interrupt you.
Yeah,
like,
please.
Samia is now a kind of entrepreneur. She can just, I'm giving a very simple example. She might have 3 or 4 options in front of her. She can do the scenario planning. She
Yes.
can understand where she will invest, or how she can ensure the value of the business is growing. Or if somebody offers her, why don't you sell your startup to me? Then she can do the valuation of the business at her own, or she can take precautions so that she can get a better valuation in next 2 to 3 years. All these things are being clearly stated in our CIMA syllabus, and that's why I'm saying that all the skills from 360-degree perspective are combined in the CIMA syllabus. Sorry for the interruption.
No, sir, it's absolutely all right. We want your valuable comments throughout the seminar. So back to Samia Apu ashole. $1 million question for today's seminar. সবার একটা কোশ্চেন, স্পেশালি সিমা স্টুডেন্টসদের মধ্য থেকে, আফটার আই জয়েন্ড এলসিবিএস, যে ভাইয়া সিমার তো আসলে টিচার্স নাই, আমরা কোথায় পড়বো, কিভাবে শেষ করব, ইফ আই জয়েন হোয়াট ইজ মাই ফিউচার, হু উইল হেল্প মি? বিং আপনি তো এগুলো সব ফেস করেছেন সিন্স ইউ আর ফ্রম দ্য বিগিনিং। সো আমি আপনার কাছ থেকে শুনতে চাই যে হাউ ইউ ট্যাকেল দিস সিচুয়েশনস। সো স্টুডেন্টদেরকে একটা মোটিভেশন দেওয়ার জন্য আসলে আমি কোশ্চেনটা আস্ক করলাম আপনাকে। সো ক্যান ইউ প্লিজ প্রসিড উইথ ইউর ওন এক্সপ্লেনেশনস?
Okay. So thank you, Nishad, for the question. I would say from my experience when I was doing CIMA, I was a student of LCBS. So LCBS is a very supportive platform. It has always provided with any problems that I went to them with, that this is the problem. They have always supported me with solutions. They have helped to their best to give look to help me through whatever I have gone through. But I would say that now it is more easier because I started CIMA in 2014. So now we are in 2020. World is more, we are connected more with the outside world. I would say now, right now, it's more easier. And I would say having Nishat, having a lot of other members of CIMA, having LCBS with you, it's there. You would actually have a very good, strong people to help you out throughout your journey. I had faced a bit of difficulty, but because it was kind of our starting in Bangladesh, it was CIMA very new to Bangladesh. That's why I was facing a bit of a problem. But right now, where we are more globalized. We are more connected with different countries. Anyway, LCBS is there to help you out. CIMA Global is there to help you out. So I won't say that people would get demotivated to do it, but what you need to have is sheer dedication, because this is a professional qualification. It's not like a BBA or MBA that you need a university will push you to do it. You have to have your own dedication to sit for exams. No one tells you to do that. So if you are very confident on yourself that you will get through this, you definitely will get through this. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. But you have to have your dedication. That's the first thing you need to have to join CIMA. Second thing is, if you're thinking about that, what is the advantage I'm getting if I join CIMA? I would say whatever field you choose, if you are actually going for a job, if you are being an entrepreneur, or you are looking to move abroad in another country, CIMA helps you in all of these sectors. Actually, for a job, I would say CIMA will help you to stand out. First of all, if with a BBA, if you have a CIMA qualification, that's one of the best thing you can do. Even as Zahid sir said, that even if it's like initial stage, you're in an initial stage of CIMA, even that makes you stand out, because they know that you have at least started your journey with CIMA. And why CIMA? Because that actually helps you to think a lot. It makes you a decision maker. So we all know that for a business, what's the first thing you need to be good at is you need to take right decision for your business. And that's what CIMA teaches you. So if you are going even for own business, if you're doing your own business, this will definitely help you. As sir said, these are all correct, that I starting my own business. It's not actually you need to have that ability to do your own business. So I have looked into that. Whatever I've learned, CIMA has helped me so much to groom myself, that I feel that I have the capability to do it in that way. And if you are even planning to go move to another country in a certain time of your life, I would say BBA, MBA, obviously, if you do that, a lot of countries you have to again start over. That's the difficult part. But if you have CIMA, it's a global degree. You have a lot of countries who actually recognizes this degree, and that's the one of the best things why you should think about CIMA. It's a global qualification. You should actually think about, if you're moving abroad, that this is being recognized by all the countries. Then this is a plus point for me. If I actually do this, I would be recognized in another country because of this. You don't have to start over. That's one of the plus points. So Nishat, hopefully I have answered your question.
Yeah, thanks Sami Apu. Ashole you have given a perspective যে even though we are less in number, but there are people, there are institutions like LCBS Dhaka, আমরা যেখান থেকে we are providing help. আমি ভিউয়ার্সদেরকে বলতে যাচ্ছি যে সি জাহিদ হাসান স্যার, he is one of our CFO of Rahim Afros, and he is making his own time for you guys. আমরা যখন ওনাকে রিকোয়েস্ট করেছি, he didn't give a second thought. He wanted to come and do a seminar for you all so that আপনারা correct informations পান. So we are here actually to help you all. So আপনারা যারা চাচ্ছেন যে you want to have a business focused professional qualification, actually let me put it in management accountant হতে যাচ্ছেন যারা, and followed by to join a global management accountancy body. CIMA করলে আপনার you eventually become a CGMA. So that is only possible through CIMA. So আপনারা যারা এই পার্সপেক্টিভটা মাথায় নিয়ে প্রফেশনাল কোয়ালিফিকেশনে আসতে যাচ্ছেন, ডেফিনেটলি সিমা ইজ দ্য বেস্ট and largest management professional accountants. So don't lose hope. আমরা আছি, we are here. আমরা যতটুকু সম্ভব আমাদের with our best possible effort we will be helping you guys. So যারা আসতে যাচ্ছেন, please come, you know, and have a talk with LCBS and start over. So আমি আবার আসলে জাহিদ স্যারের কাছে আমি যাব জব প্রসপেক্টিভ নিয়ে। একটা সিমা qualified, when a person qualifies CIMA from certificate level up until strategic level, so এই ধাপে ধাপে যে স্যার আমাদের একটা operation level we do a case study where we play the role of finance officer, and then management level আমরা যখন case study তে নেই we play a role of manager, and then strategic level we play the role of senior finance manager. So do you recommend যে ধাপে ধাপে তারা work experience গুলো gain করবে and case study গুলো pass করবে, or which one is better actually? People are many encouraged to understand যে should I go for my PER after completing the whole qualification, or should I start after operational level when I have the competence to become a finance officer or finance executive?
So somebody who does not know to drive a BMW, if you give him a BMW, what will happen with that car? So he'll not be able to drive that car. So somebody who is getting their competency at different levels, and thereafter he is given that PER or something that you are talking about, that would be absolutely appropriate. Otherwise, if you talk about a product must meet the quality. We all talk about the quality assurance, being it in university or in a particular product, or even the service of a doctor. So quality assurance is very important, and CIMA is very cautious. So that I am representing CIMA in my organization, Samia is representing CIMA in her own business. So if any decision or comment is given by myself, I'm an ambassador of that of that global accounting body. If it is not matured enough, so it will tarnish the image of that particular accountants platform. So the current practice that you are talking about, this is absolutely perfect, and I would request everybody, if he decides to be a part of any accounting profession, it might be cost and management accountants, it might be chartered accountants, or even CIMA. So he needs to be very patient. He needs to have patience. He has to have the mindset that I have started my journey and I must finish their journey. So sometimes he will be very delighted. Sometimes he will come across a question which is like an alien to him, but still he needs to think, he needs to have the mindset for the next chance. Like I always try to love to give the example of the athlete sportsman. If they fail in one match, they are not get demotivated, they are not frustrated, they try, they work very hard for the next match. And we have thousands of examples that we have seen. Many players came back in the subsequent match despite having failure in the previous match. So what I'm trying to say, why I'm trying to promote CIMA in the country, because currently we are having 70 members in our team. I want to broaden that, and the economy of the country will be really, really benefited out of it. I have seen that students are many. I also attached with a private university. I teach their MBA. So I have seen many students are telling me that, sir, I have completed my MBA, but now I am not understanding what is the difference between MBA and BBA. I'm not seeing any difference in me, except paying hefty amount of tuition fee. Then I tell them that the same thing that Samia has told. If you want to stand apart, then you need to do something else, and that must be that will not be a very easy game. That should be very difficult, because buying a very cheap car and buying a kind of Porsche is not the same thing. So what I would like to tell, that you will have very tough journey, but the main thing is you must have the mindset, and you must, that it is not very expensive. You consider it as an investment, because you are paying money in BBA and MBA. So if you invest the same money in CIMA, then that you will not see a big difference. But the problem is your engagement in CIMA study needs to be not even 99%. That needs to be 100%. Every time you need to keep in your mind that you are going to be a member of a global platform that will give you an access to the global accountants platform. It is a member of global accounting management accountants body. Eventually, within next 5 to 10 years, inshallah, after your passing, you will work with the board members. So the window that you have, it is giving a big horizon in front of you. So getting such a big horizon, it is not very easy job for you. So you understand that you will have a very bad time in front of you, but the moment you can pass it, like we all get into the aircraft, the moment it is taxiing and the moment it is taking off, it's very tough for everybody, it's very risky. But the moment it is settled, then this is everything is now autopilot. So if you have a hardship sort of 3 to 4 years or 5 years, this is kind of take off time. You will have very tough time for you. You need to fasten your seat belt, you need to keep everything switched off, you need to switch off your devices and everything. The moment the plane is taken off and it is settled, then you are on autopilot. Then you will only count money and you will work with the board, you will give decision. So this type of challenge you will have, but the moment you can manage that challenge properly, then alhamdulillah, you will be having a very good life.
Okay, I'll even add a little bit to Zahid sir's what Zahid sir said about the investment part. About the investment, like what we are investing.
Yes, Samia, please.
So what we are actually investing in CIMA, I would say that compared to BBA, the investment, if you even compare, we consider it even same as BBA, but you're not actually, when you think about the return, you're going to have a greater return compared to BBA, because if you go to a job sector, you will see what initially is offered to a BBA student is a very less amount, I would say. It's not survival. You cannot survive with that amount. But if you have actually a professional qualification,
it is not acceptable from ROI perspective.
Yes, total, definitely. Because the amount of investment you make to get a BBA, according to that, the return you get, it's not acceptable at all. And I would say that edge you have if you actually have a professional qualification.
Yeah, let me just add here. Let me just add here. Pura, if you want to complete the whole CIMA qualifications, it just takes 5 to 6 lakhs if you don't fail, considering if you don't fail. But if you want to do, complete BBA from a good university, good private university, I think the cost is doubled.
Definitely, yes. And Nishat, if you even think about a promotion in a job sector, BBA, MBA, after doing BBA, if somebody joins somebody joins corporate sector, they're going to see that BBA is not enough to take you into, after 1 or 2 promotions, you cannot rise up. You need an MBA to go up. Again, after MBA, after 1 or 2 promotion, you're going to see that you cannot go up. Again, you cannot go up. After MBA even, you need to, I have seen a lot of people in my very short span of 1 year of working with a corporate company, I have seen that people are struggling to get promoted. You need to prove yourself. And how you need to prove yourself? By having a professional qualification, because that is the top level, how they think that you are a professional, you should get promoted. And if you consider the CFOs, the respected CFOs you have in reputed companies, all of them, if you see, most of them are actually professional holders. So if you think you want to go to that height, you have to actually have a professional qualification. So Nishat, again, I'll let you take over.
Yeah, thank you, Sami Apu, and thank you, sir, for your valuable comments. আসলে ভিউয়ার্সরা আপনারা যেটা বুঝলেন যে what you need is actually you need to start a professional qualification from the beginning. That is what all our guests are saying. Je, if you're BBA, if you're joining a company, after 1 or 2 promotions you might get stuck. Then you do MBA, and then again the same thing will happen. And from that time, realizing je আমার একটা business focused professional qualification লাগবে like CIMA, it would be too late. Rather than realizing now, soon after your A levels, or even with your BBA. So that's how you should choose a professional qualification, and it should be as early as possible. Yes, academic qualifications are as valuable as it is, but with your academics, like me, if you do your academics, if you do your bachelor's or BBA, whatever, with a professional qualification that suits your needs, if you're somebody who would like to think about a management accounting perspective, who like to solve cases, then you should have CIMA on your card, because that gives you a better edge once you pass your university. And even if you pass your management level of CIMA with your university, you will be highly employable in the job market. So এখন আসলে I would like to give a short presentation, what is CIMA, all about CIMA, all its papers. I will try to give you a bird view, so যারা নতুন দেখছেন, নতুন এই প্রোগ্রামটার মাধ্যমে CIMA-কে জানছেন, that will be really helpful to you. So I will be sharing my screen. Please allow me for the next 10 to 15 minutes to finish my presentation. I hope the screen is visible. Can someone tell me and let me know whether my presentation is visible or not?
No, Nishat, it's not showing here.
Is it showing now?
No, not yet. Yes, we can see this.
Okay.
You can start.
Okay. Thank you, Sami Apu. Thanks for letting me know. So I will be focusing your CIMA professional qualification based on 2019 syllabus. So what you will learn from this presentation, you will know what is CIMA. You will know why CIMA, even though we already discussed, but let's just put it in a presentable way. And of course, the CIMA's competence framework, followed by the number of subjects and the core syllabus area. So let us start with the common definition that we need to know, which is what is CIMA, you know. So CIMA stands for the Chartered Institute of Management Accountant. It's the world's largest professional body of management accountants offering the most relevant accounting qualification. Okay, and it is 101 years of age. It has established on 18th April 1990. So if you want to start your career in management accounting, then definitely welcome to the world of management accountants through CIMA. So when we talk about management accounting, so the value of management accountants bring to business, what are the values actually? So they can be the business leaders, they can also be the innovative advisors, you know, they are also, you know, data backed decision makers, and definitely they are forecasters who see the future, who forecasts the future. Okay, so why choose CIMA? এই জায়গায় I would like to highlight 2 points, which is, you know, it when you do CIMA, as we know, we already discussed, they are the world's largest professional management accounting body. But what is the advantage, or what makes CIMA, you know, differentiated from all other management accounting qualification is that you will be able to use the Chartered Global Management Accountant designation and be a part of a truly global network. So once you qualify and once you become a CIMA member, you will automatically become the member of CGMA. We call it Chartered Global Management Accountants. So now let us focus on CIMA's competency framework. So the whole professional qualification of CIMA is based upon this competence framework. A competence framework to follow করে আসলে CIMAর syllabus design করা, and all its exams are designed or followed by the same competence framework. As you can see, it has business skills, it has technical skills, it will build your leadership skills, your people skills. And at the heart of the competence framework, you have the digital skills. You see how, you know, CIMA understands the need of digital literacy at the current market position, you know, after the Industry Revolution 4.0. So that's how they designed their 2019 syllabus, by focusing on the digital element at the heart of the qualification. Okay, so the first step, if you want to start your CIMA soon after your A levels or with your BBA, this is the first level that you need to go through, which is your certificate level. And certificate level, there are 4 subjects. Number 1, BA1, that is Fundamentals of Business Economics. Number 2, BA2, Fundamentals of Management Accounting. Number 3, BA3, that is Fundamentals of Financial Accounting. And number 4, which is BA4, that is your Fundamental of Ethics, Corporate Governance, and Business Law. So if you just look into the summary of the certificate level syllabus, you can see in your BA1, Fundamentals of Business Economics, you will learn about macroeconomics and institutional context of business. You will also learn about microeconomics and organizational context. You will learn about information. You learn about financial context of business. And when you look into BA2, which is your Fundamentals of Management Accounting, that is the first management accounting paper. So this will give you a good basic on management accounting, and learning it properly will help you in your P1, P2, and P3. So what it talks about is it will cover the context of management accounting, it will cover costing, it will cover planning and control, it will cover decision making as well. And if you look into BA3, that is your fundamentals of financial accounting, it covers accounting principles, concepts and regulations. It covers recording accounting transactions. It covers preparation of accounts for single entities and also analysis of financial statements. Lastly, from the certificate level, which is fundamentals of ethics, corporate governance, and business law, it will teach you all about your business ethics and ethical conflict, your corporate governance, control, and corporate social responsibility, CSR, and definitely it will talk about the business law, general principles of the legal system, contract and employment law, and lastly, it will also cover the company administration. Okay, so that's a bird view of your certificate level 4 papers. Once you pass this, then you move to the next level, which we call operational level. In operational level, you have, we have 3 pillars in CIMA, from operation up until strategic. So we have enterprise level, we have performance pillar, and we have financial pillar. So in operational level, from enterprise pillar, you will take E1. E1 is E stands for enterprise pillar 1. So in E1, it will cover managing finance in a digital world. In P1, you will learn management accounting, a bit more advanced than your BA2 from certificate level. And in F1, you will be learning your financial reporting and basic UK tax. So, and followed by your operational case study. Okay, so there are 4 papers on operational level. And once you pass all these papers, you will be awarded as CIMA Diploma in Management Accounting. And this is the summary of your operational level syllabus. In operation level, we call it as implement. In operation level E1, you will learn your topics like role of finance function, technology in digital world, data information, shape and structure of finance, finance interaction with the organization, and things like that. In P1, that is our management accounting. Here you will learn about cost accounting and decision. You will also learn a bit advanced topics on budget and budgetary control, short-term commercial decision making, risk and uncertainty in the short term. And in F1, from your operation level, you will be learning your regulatory environment of financial reporting, financial statements, and some basic IFRS and IAS, and followed by your principle of taxation. And definitely there will be topics related to managing cash and working capital. And the operation level case study that you will be taking, it's an integrated case study based on pre-sin material. Okay, so here in operation level case study, you will be playing the role of a finance officer, of a specific company. So that company's material will be released to you before 6 to 7 weeks of your exam, and you will be playing the role of a finance officer. And during the exam, there will be unseen materials with the questions, with requirements. It will be an integrated type of scenario that your boss is emailing you with requirements, with attachments, that you will analyze those attachments, and with the help of the pre-sin that you have gotten, with before the exam, with the help of everything, you will write up your answer to your finance manager. So exams will be 3 hours long, and there will be 4 sections, each of which we will have 3 requirements. Each section will contain 45 minutes, and after 45 minutes, the screen automatically goes to the next section. So the OCS actually teaches you, test your practical understanding on E1, P1, and F1. The things from your enterprise pillar, from your performance pillar, and from your finance pillar. And once you pass all those 4 papers, you will be the next stage will be your management level. In your management level, again, you will have 3 objective test papers, which is E2, P2, and F2. E2 will be covering your managing performance. P2 again, advanced management accounting. F2 will be your advanced financial reporting, where you will learn the rest of your IFRS and IAS, which is not covered in F1, and followed by the management case study, which will test your practical knowledge that you have gained from E2, P2, and F2. And once you clear that, you will be awarded a CIMA Advanced Diploma in Management Accounting. So E2 syllabus, in summary, E2 will cover your business models and value creation, managing people, performance, specifically the HR management, and managing projects, project management. And in and in P2, that is advanced management accounting, where you will be learning the managing the costs of creating value, capital investment decision making, all the advanced management accounting tools. And in F2, definitely the IFRS and IASs, your financial capital projects, financial reporting standards, group accounts, your integrated reporting, analyzing financial statements, all the topics related to advanced financial reporting. And again, you will be taking your management level case study, which is again an integrated case study based on your pre-scene material. But here you will be promoted as finance manager. Okay, an exam will be 3 hours long. Again, there will be 4 sections. Each section will have 2 to 3 requirements, and each section will contain 45 minutes. And after 45 minutes, the screen automatically goes to the next section. And lastly, which is our strategic level, we call the final level or top CIMA. Previously, it was known as, where we will be covering E3, P3, and F3. E3 টা হচ্ছে basically your strategic management. P3 টা হচ্ছে your risk management and internal controls. F3 is your financial strategy. Okay, so in strategic level, we call it as decide. And under E3, you will be learning about the strategic process, the organizational ecosystem, the generation of strategic options, making strategic choice, your digital strategy, your strategic control, all about your strategic management, and your risk management and internal control, where specifically you will look into enterprise risk, your strategic risk, your internal audits and controls, and definitely the cyber risks, followed by the digital framework. And then F3, you will be learning about your financial policy decisions, sources of long-term funds, your financial risks, your business valuation, all the financial management techniques. And definitely this is going to be your last case study, which is your strategic level case study. And again, it will be your integrated case study based on pre-scene material. Here you will be promoted to senior finance manager. You will be playing the role of a senior finance manager of a specific company. You will be reporting to your CFO and your board of directors. Here you will be given the highest amount of autonomy, highest amount of authority. And exam will be 3 hours long. There will be no changes in the timing. Here in strategic level case study, there will be 3 sections. In management on operation level case study, there are 4 sections. In strategic level, there are 3 sections, and each section can contain 3 to 4 requirements. And each section will have 1 hour. And after 1 hour, the screen automatically goes to the next. You cannot come back to the previous screen again. And definitely the SCS will test your practical understanding on E3, P3, and F3. Once you are done with all these papers, there are 16 in total. Now it comes to your practical experience requirement. We call it as PER. You need 3 years of working experience within the accounting and financial area based on certain objectives covered by CIMA's competency framework. So mostly you would find CIMA working in corporates, banks, MNCs, within advisory, internal audit, risk and management consulting departments of Big Four. However, the list is not restricted to this. This is just some of the examples that I would like to give. And once your PER assessment is done, then you will be awarded as a member, associate member of CIMA, and also you will be having the Chartered Global Management Accountancy designation as well. So you will be truly a global management accountant. I think that's all from my presentation. I hope I could cover a brief on everything. And thanks for staying with me, for the last 10 minutes. So we are almost towards the end of the show. Before we end, we would like to hear something from our honorable guest, our Zahid Hossain sir. Please, can you add some comments before we end our program, sir?
Thank you very much. The main issue is today we are having a program of around 2 hours without having any refreshments, without any coffee, without any cookies. So next time, inshallah, we will call everybody in a restaurant after the COVID is over, inshallah, and when we are fully customized with the new normal. Currently, we are in a transition. So I only felt that this is the part which left today. So inshallah, next time we will address that. Anything else that I have missed? So far, that seemed to be very abnormal to me. Apart from that, everything is all right today.
Yeah, sir. I think we have covered everything that we planned. So before I see off everyone, I would like to hear some words from Samia Apu as well. Samia Apu, please say something to the viewers.
I feel that this session would be helpful and somewhat informative to let you know about what CIMA is all about. At least you have got a basic idea. If you have more to know, please reach out to LCBS or personally to Nishat or any of us. Would be glad to help you more with any kind of questions and queries you have. And thank you, Nishat, for having me today. It was a pleasure being over here and sharing my experience with all of you.
Thank you, Samia Apu. Thank you, Zahid sir, for making some free time for the CIMA students. I would say CIMA future students who are watching us, continuously for the last 1 hour, 10 minutes. We won't be taking much of your time. We would like to conclude here. And inshallah, we will be back soon again with another program. And we would like to, we would keep adding value, to CIMA students or who would like to join the CIMA journey. And definitely এরপরেও যদি কারো কোনো questions থাকে, definitely as Sami Apu said, please reach out LCBS, please reach out me or anyone involved with CIMA. I think everyone is more than happy to help you. So we are not alone. You are not alone. You are with us, and we are here to provide you all sorts of support. So on that note, stay healthy, everyone. Corona echono jay nai. So stay safe, stay healthy, take care. Bye bye.
আল্লাহ হাফেজ, সালামু আলাইকুম।
Thank you, everyone.